family? Today is Thursday the 16th. I'm super excited to be here. My name is JC. I'm going to be doing Brain Smart Start with you for today. So we're going to have a dance party, get the blood moving, get the joints working, and then we're going to have some breathing to get us back in check and ready to focus for the rest of the day. Then we're going to do some light stretching, get the joints, get your body not stiff anymore. And then from there, we're going to do American Sign Language as well. Today, we're going to celebrate birthdays, wish well to our community, discuss current events, practice our commitment for the week, and prepare for the rest of the day on Wild Demand.
Ready for this?
That was hard. I was sweating, getting all my blood moving and ready for the rest of the day. So now we're going to have pretzel breathing and get us focused and ready for class. So you're going to put your both hands out. You're going to cross your left leg. You're going to put your right hand right over your left hand. You're going to turn your left hand. You're going to grasp them together like this. And then you're going to bring it in. And then you're going to take a deep breath. And relax. We're going to do this 3 times. If you can't bring your arms in like this, all I'm going to ask you is you bring your hands like this and turn them like this. Take a deep breath in and relax. All right, let's go. Ready? Left leg over, hands out. Take a deep breath in and relax. Okay, one more time. Hands out. Take a deep breath in. And relax. Awesome. All right, everybody. Now that we relax and we're focused, we're going to do some stretching to stretch out our body because, sitting all day is not so good. So we got to get up and keep it moving, all right? So I'm going to ask you to put your right arm out. Then we're going to bring it across your body. Then you're going to put your left hand and stretch. You're going to pull a little bit closer with your left hand to your face and then relax. And then you do it again. And then relax. And then again. And then bring your right arm out and stretch it back. Loosen it up. Then you're going to do the same thing with your left hand. You're going to bring it out. Your right hand is going to go under. You're going to pull. You're going to feel this muscle right here pulling, okay? So you're going to pull, stretch, 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 and relax. Stretch, 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 and relax. One more time. Stretch, 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 and relax. And then you're gonna bring it out and shake it all about like the hokey pokey. And then now we're gonna move our necks. So we're gonna go like this. We're gonna turn it around, back around again. And we'll do a full circle. Then we're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this. Oh, now we're gonna stretch our forearms, okay? So you're gonna put your hand out and you're gonna bring it back. You should feel the tension right here, okay? You don't wanna pull it too back where you hurt your wrist, okay? So you don't just yank it. So you just slowly pull it back. Feel it stretch and then relax. And then again, and then relax. And then again. Same thing with the right hand. You're gonna bring it back and relax. Bring it back and relax. Bring it back and relax. All right, I think we're ready for the rest of the day. All right, guys, now that we finished our dance party, we did our pretzel breathing, we also did our stretching, we're gonna learn some ASL today. So first off is family. So what you're gonna do is, you're gonna make 2 okay signs on both hands. You're gonna bring it out like around town, like that, okay? You're gonna close them together. Family. Family. Good job. Okay, just one more time. Sorry. Family. All right. Next, we have house. So house, you're gonna put your hands up, you're gonna put all your fingers together, you're gonna put your thumbs in, okay? Like this. Then you're gonna go like the roof and then the walls, okay? So you go house, house, house. All right, guys, that was a little funny. All right. All right, then next we have home. So, you can just drive around and see a house, but this is where you live, home. So for home, you're gonna go home, home. Okay, and bring it to the side, home, home. Good. Practice a little bit, all right? All right, next we have family. Next, we have mom. So mom, you go like this. Mom. Mom. Okay? Mom. All right? Then we have dad. So you're going to go, this is mom, and then this is dad. So dad. 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 All right. Now that we did all, let's do it all together now. So we have family, family. Then we have house, house, house. Then we have home, home, home. Then we have mom, mom, mom. And then we have dad, dad, dad. Awesome. Good job, guys. Birthday celebration time, guys. All right, tomorrow is Friday, and that's Roy Hall's birthday. Bum, bum, bum. All right, and then the next day is Sarita's birthday and Rudy's birthday. Rudy Tootie, my man, can't wait to sing happy birthday to you on Friday. Hope you're on the call. All right, now for the commitment of the week is using encouraging words. So staying positive and saying stuff like, keep going, you're doing a great job. So stuff like that, all right? All right, guys, these are extra words of encouragement. Go for it. You can do it. Keep it up. Good job. Stay strong. Don't give up. I support you. Current events for today, we have Autism Awareness Month, all right? And as well as Joy for All. Joy for All is a website that these teens in Canada created for the older generations, like your grandparents or people that can't be around other people due to the virus, due to their old age. And what they do is they actually make jokes and words of encouragement, and you can actually call them, and I'll post it on the video, where you can leave your own jokes and leave your words of positivity. Okay, now we will be finishing off with some mindful meditation. Alright guys, now you're ready for the rest of your day. Alright, I miss you guys so much. I can't wait to see you guys at WOW and creating art together in art class. Alright, see you soon guys.
Hello guys, my name is Carlos. We're gonna build this today, but first, some robots fighting to each other.
Is the future of our race not worth a single human life?
Get up!
You'll never stop at one. I'll take you all on!
Hello guys and welcome back to another STEM class. Today, like every day, we will be learning about science that help us make our life easier. Well, today it's the turn of engineering. Now, engineering help us to design and build machines and systems that help us to solve problems and make our lives a little bit easier. Like this. For example, right now, I'm very comfortable, but I actually need more light here and I want to turn my lamp on. It's right over there in the corner. Do you see it? The white one over there. Let me move this a little bit. Perfect. But I really don't want to leave my chair. Like, I'm very comfortable right now. So what do I do to turn that lamp on without moving from this spot? Engineering can help me with that. This is my friend Alexa. Say hi, Alexa.
Hi.
There you go. She can help me to turn that on without leaving my place. Alexa, please turn the guest room on. You see? Engineering. Let's focus on the part of the engineering definition that talks about machines, since that is what we're going to be talking about today. So today we'll be talking about robots. Yes, robots, like the ones that you saw in the movie. But how they are created and what are their like skills and stuff, and more important, what the robots brings to our life as human beings. Why are they important for us? Well, we're gonna be learning about that today. So first, let's see a small definition that you're gonna have right here. Robots are a machine resembling a human being and able to replicate certain human movements and functions automatically. Now, pay close attention to the part that says certain, not all of them, just some of them. Robotic, which is the branch of the science that studies the creation of robots, may not be as advanced as many of us will want, but it has been developing for the last 50 years. Robots are already part of our lives, even though sometimes we don't see them. There are very complex robots helping right now in the space, or very simple, like those you can have in your house cleaning the floor, just like that. Forget the cat for a moment. What is important is the robot under the cat. That little thing, I don't know if you have one of those in your house. It can be programming, or is actually programming to complete one task, and that is go around and sweep the dust and the dirt from the floor. That is basically a robot. It's a machine that can be programming to complete a task. But when you think about robots, what do you think about? What comes to your mind? Do you imagine a machine that looks like us, like you and me, only that is made out of metal? Well, the truth is that many of the robots right now of today still don't look like humans, like us in our flesh and bones. Rather, they have the shape of animals or things that maybe you have never seen before. Many of the robots do the work that people cannot do, or that they don't want to do. If your work is very bored, or you're doing the same thing over and over again, or maybe it's very dangerous, your job take place in somewhere that people can get hurt, well, the chances are that a robot is doing that instead of a human. The first robot was built more than 50 years ago, and its task was to help to build cars in a factory. Robots are very good in these kind of jobs, like painting cars or building chips like microchips, or even putting the candies in the wrapping. Why? Well, unlike humans, a robot does not get bored. It tends to make fewer mistakes, and most importantly, it does not go on vacations. They just keep going and going and going, which means that it makes the whole productive line more efficient and get the job done easier and faster. As I said before, robots can do all kind of things that will be dangerous for us and come to places, or they can be in places which we never could reach at all. Pay attention to this video so you can see what I'm talking about.
Robots can also work in places that humans would have a tough time adjusting to, or where we could never go. There are robots that work in really hot places, like volcanoes, and really cold places like deep underwater in the ocean, and even in really smelly places like sewage plants. There are even robots doing jobs for us on other planets. Yep, that means there are robots in space. There are 2 robots on wheels named Opportunity and Curiosity that are cruising around on Mars right now. Scientists call them rovers, and they might look like cars or go-karts, but they're considered robots too, because they get instructions from scientists here on Earth to do all kinds of important work, like studying the plant's air, digging up soil, and even drilling into rocks to see what they're made of. Scientists hope that the discoveries that are made by Opportunity and Curiosity will help us figure out how we can one day send humans to Mars. Another robot called R2 was sent to the International Space Station, making it the first human-like robot in space. Even though they're not very common, there are other robots like R2 that look and act sort of like people. One of them, called Osimo, has been built to do some amazing lifelike things. Although he hasn't been to space yet, Osimo can walk, run, climb stairs, and even dance. Robots like Osimo show us just how far roboticists have come since they built the very first robot over 50 years ago. It'll probably be a long time before a robot can do your homework with you or fly you to school every morning, but they're already showing up in a lot of homes, doing ordinary chores like mowing the lawn or vacuuming the house. All we have to do is plug them in or push the start button. So who knows what super cool robots there will be in the next 50 years? I can't wait to find out.
Now that we know a little bit more about robots, there is still one thing that we need to study. What will be the role or the job of robots in the future? We know what are they doing now, but what about in 10 years or 50 years or even 100 years? Well, we all have seen thousands of movies where robots serve humans. But at the rate that we go, I doubt very much that we will see these incredible robots very soon. But who knows? The applications for robots are infinite. Like they could help us make grocery, or maybe they can take us to school, or they can also act as doctors. Or you never know, even wanted to conquer us. Just kidding, guys, that will never happen. I hope. Anyway, guys, robots are part of our lives. They are all around us every single day. What kind of robots can you find in your home? Tell me. By the way, before we finish, you remember that at the beginning of the video, I told you that I was gonna be building this for you? I have an amazing video ready that I know that you will enjoy. But before we can watch it, I have the activity for today. Today, I'm going to do a little art with you. Yes, a little art. So I want you to get a paper and I want you to get a pen and draw your own robot. What's the robot that you have in your mind, in your imagination? I draw mine and I'll leave my draw here in the video so you can watch it. Okay? Do whatever you want. Create your own robot. And if you can, show me somehow. You can take a picture of it. Guys, it was amazing to be with you. I hope you enjoyed this class about robotics, robots, and all those kind of engineering and science stuff that are really cool. I'll leave the video of our robot here, the one that we built. I hope you enjoy it. I wish you well. I'll see you next class. Bye.
Hello everyone, hope everybody's well. This is question and answer with Lourdes. And you must be wondering why I'm wearing Where is Wow? Well, you're probably thinking, where is Wow? Where is Wow right now? Ever since you left here, you must be wondering, when can I go to Wow? Where is Wow? Well, Wow is still here, but Wow is coming to you through these videos. So Wow is still with you. So you get to be with Wow at home, not at the Wow Center. And as you can see in the background, I'm at the Wow Center right now because I work here every day and I come here. But I know you're anxious to come here. I know, and I miss all of you. I wish I could see you actually. I like to see you through the Zoom. But where is Wow? Well, Wow is at your house right now, or at the group home. That's where Wow is right now. And where's the other staff members? Well, the staff members are with you also through the videos, and the teachers are calling you every day and connecting with you every day, and that is nice that they're doing that also. So I know you guys came up with several questions, because I hear those questions sometime. And I have like 12 questions, and I'm going to try to answer all those questions. I also have a special guest at the end, a surprise for all of you. So wait to the end to see who that is, because I'm going to be asking questions from one of the teachers, and that's the special guest. So I'm going to be interviewing that teacher. So I hope the answers I'm about to ask, there are about 12 questions, and I hope the answer I give you is enough and is sufficient to calm you down, to relax, and don't worry about anything. So let's start with some of the questions. The first one, I have these questions right here. Should I be concerned about the coronavirus? Yes, and I keep saying you should be concerned because you don't want to be out there and to get the virus. It's not something that is safe for you to be out there right now, but I say yes, you should be concerned, but I say no, you shouldn't, because you're home, safely at home with your family or at the group home, and they are taking care of you, making sure that everything is okay. So don't worry. I don't want you to get anxious. If you remain at home, you are safe. So don't worry about that. You're being protected. So remember, when you're feeling a little bit anxious like that, you need to start breathing. We've been teaching you those breathing exercise. When I'm at work, sometimes I stop and I have to do this. Let it go, because I get a little bit anxious sometimes. Everybody gets anxious. That's normal, especially right now. But when you do the breathing exercise, you feel better. So do that. And remember what I taught you, that statement. When you're feeling that little bit of anxious or nervous, remember, I am strong. Okay? I'm fine. I am safe. I can do this. Okay? So remember, okay, I'm strong. I'm fine. I am safe. I can do this. So if you keep saying that to yourself, I do that sometimes. Like I'm saying, okay, I'm not going to let this get to me. I'm not going to worry about this. It is what it is. That's what I say all the time. Because, if you get wary, you get nervous, that's not going to help at all. And it's going to make you unhappy. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You can't do anything right now. The only thing you can do is stay home. And that's all you can do. Just remember that. So there's no need to be worried, okay, right at this moment, okay? We will be together one day, and you will be back at Wow, okay? So let's talk about, and of course, we're closed because we want to make sure that everybody is safe. The second question, when can I return to the Wow Center? I hear that a lot from all of you. Not right now, like I told you, not this month in April, and we don't know about May. We cannot give you an answer yet, but believe me, once we find out, we will let you know very soon. Just be patient, okay? So we're just going to wait until it's safe. Now I'm going to ask you to do 6 things while you keep saying, when I'm coming back. Well, what I want you to do right now, I want you to be patient. Like I said, you have to be patient. It's going to happen one day. We're going to get together again, okay? So but you have to be patient a little bit, okay? Second, you have to relax. Do your breathing exercise, like I mentioned. Relax, listen to music, drink a cup of tea, like I told you before. Watch a movie that you want to watch, but relax, because you can't do anything about it right now. Be happy. Okay, don't be sad, don't be upset, don't get angry. Be happy and enjoy life right now. You can, like I said, go outside. And right now I'm outside and I'm looking at the sun, I'm looking at the trees. Sometimes I come out here just to take a break and I hear the birds, and I love to see the birds out here because I see different kind of birds. I've been seeing a lot of birds out here and listening to the birds. Just go out and relax or enjoy your family, or you enjoy your friends at the group home, but relax, okay, and be happy, okay? Think positive, like I told you. Never think negative. Don't start thinking negative thoughts, or start complaining, or like, oh, when can I don't want to do this. Like I said, I don't want to do the video. I guess sometimes I hear that. No, I encourage you to do the video. Oh, I don't want to take a bath. If you start saying, don't start complaining things. Try to think positive. Do things what you have to do every day, okay, but in a positive way, okay, and then that would help you also. Spend time, like I said, with your family or friends. I'm saying at the group home, or if you're at the group home, you can call your family members, okay. And the sixth thing I want you to do is to watch those videos for a while. It will help you. It will definitely help you. Start watching them. These are the 6 things that I want you to do, okay, while you're waiting to return back here. And like I told you, WOW is at your house when we send you those videos. A third question that I get, what can I do at home in the meantime? Well, you need a daily schedule. That's important. Like I have my own daily schedule, and I wake up in the morning. So you should wake up in the morning, and I take a shower. So maybe you can take a shower and pretend that you're going to WOW. If you want to wear your WOW t-shirt at home, it's like you get up in the morning to come to WOW, put your WOW t-shirt. I do that. I come here and I put my WOW t-shirt when I'm ready to come to work. So put your WOW t-shirt if that makes you feel better, or just wear, if you don't want to wear comfortable clothes. Eat your breakfast. Have your breakfast in the morning. That's a very important meal. I do. I eat my breakfast every morning. And after your breakfast, wash your hands. Make sure you wash your hands. And then brush your teeth. That's very important too, okay? And be ready to begin the day by watching the WOW videos at 9 o'clock. So that will keep you busy, watching those videos. And then you can have your lunch break. And I know that at 12:30 we have the Zoom videos. So you can, at 12:30 you can see the staff members and your friends on the videos. So that's another thing you can do. And continue watching the videos at the rest of the afternoon, and do your assignments. I know teachers are giving you assignments to do, so do those assignments. That will keep you busy. Then after that, take a shower, and then you're ready to have dinner, perhaps, with your family and friends after that, and do something fun in the afternoon. Like you can watch videos, you can watch TV, or if you want to help around the house, that can keep you busy too. And then it's ready to go to bed, and try not to go to bed too late, so that maybe the next day you can start enjoying some of these things that I'm talking about, like watching the WOW videos. I know some of you like to watch movies late at night, but what happens, you get up late, very late in the morning, and you're gonna miss watching those WOW videos. So I think it's important to have a schedule, and it will keep you busy every day. Like I have a schedule. I have a schedule similar to this. You're watching WOW videos, but I'm here working too. So I'm coming here working at WOW and doing different things, and that keeps me busy every day. So we want to make sure that you have a schedule or routine in your life, and this will make you feel safe. So that's important. Then another question I get, why is it so important to watch all the WOW videos? Okay, so there's several reasons. Remember I told you the first one, you want to exercise your mind every day. Okay, you want to exercise your mind. That's very important. It's just as important doing physical exercise. So you have to exercise your mind. And when you exercise, you're learning new things by watching the WOW videos. So that's one way. Okay. Second, it's important to learn your skills. To learn the skills that you've been learning here a while, to learn new skills that the teachers are teaching you in the WOW videos. So that's another reason why it's important. And to practice those skills at home, because you don't want to forget those skills. I know you practice here the skills that we teach you, so to keep learning those important skills. And watching the video will keep yourself busy, like I mentioned that before, especially when you're bored at home and you want to do something. Well, turn on those videos and you're exercising your mind at the same time. Don't spend a lot of time sleeping. I've been hearing that a lot. That some of you are sleeping a lot of hours. When the teachers call you, you're still sleeping. It's already noon or 1 o'clock, and that is not good because you're not exercising your mind. And like I said, don't spend a lot of time watching television, especially listening to the news about the virus. There's so much you can hear about this, and it's just going to make you more anxious and worried. I would not recommend that you spend a lot of hours or all day listening what's going on with this virus, what's going on in the community. It just makes you anxious and nervous. Use your time wisely, by, like I say, by watching those videos and not spending so much time. I had to tell that to my family members at home because they were watching on the TV and it was making them nervous watching all this about the virus. You cannot do anything about it. It's not like you're going to be able to cure the virus or you're going to be able to make sure this virus go away. No, the only thing you can do, and your responsibility, is to remain home and be safe and keep yourself busy. So this is our way to make sure that you continue to learn and never stop learning. This is the reason why I'm telling you this. We want you to continue to start, to keep learning, not stop learning every single day. Now, the fifth question, do I need to see the entire video? No, you don't have to watch the entire video. You can take a break once in a while, because the video is going to be there. You just take a break for maybe an hour or a few minutes and go back to the video. So you're able to do that. But I encourage you that you do continue to watch the video from the beginning to the end. It's going to help you. And the sixth question that I keep hearing, why is it important to talk to my teacher every single day? Well, there's several reasons why, and I'm going to tell you why. One, you want to make sure you're not losing, that the teacher's trying to tell you to watch the video. If you're having trouble with the videos, you can ask questions. Okay, I was having a problem with the video. I didn't understand something. If you didn't understand something, you can ask your teacher and they can give you the answer. Because sometimes maybe there's something in the video you just don't understand and you need maybe somebody to explain it to you, and that is important. We want to make sure, like I say, that you're learning your goal every day. And so the teacher, that's why he or she asks you, okay, are you working on your goal? And that's important. And again, I'm going to reinforce what I just said before. If you have questions about the videos, you can ask the teacher. And about the goal, you can ask the teacher. If you have trouble doing the goal, you can ask the teacher. So that's important. And it's important to connect with your teacher. And your teacher wants to know if everything's fine with you and your family. If you have any concerns, your teacher can probably help you with that. If there's a problem you have and the teacher cannot answer, he or she will ask somebody from the staff, and probably myself or your social worker. And your teachers can also give you updates about different things that are going on at WOW, okay? And you may want to know some of those updates. So that's important. One of the updates could be that about the care packages that we're talking about. I don't know if you saw the other videos, the Zoom videos, where we're talking about the care packages. So and I'm going to talk about a little bit about that. So we can give you updates. We can give you some information what's going on with WOW or anything else. You can ask us. So this is our way of trying to connect with you, okay? Another question, am I able to talk with any staff members? Yes, you can. I know you talk with one teacher every single day, the same teacher, but if there's a particular teacher you want to talk to, we can try to arrange that we can have that one teacher to call you and talk to you. And that is possible also. So you can ask your teacher about that. I want to talk, let's say, to Jessica. I want to ask her something. Maybe if she cannot call you, let's say by phone, you can go to the Zoom video and you can ask that question too. Because I've seen some of you ask questions from the teachers when you go to that Zoom video. Another question, how often I will be receiving a care package from WOW? Okay, so this is something that's going on right now, and you're going to be receiving a care package once a week, okay? So in order for you to receive that care package, what happened is that the teacher have to call your mom or dad or the group home to see if it's okay to come the next day. So it's important that that if you can answer the telephone to make sure that you can be able to receive the care package. Because we have to get permission to be able to go to your house, and we want to know if it's okay. And then the next question, what is inside the care package? Well, the first care package that we just sent out, it had, for example, it had a canvas. We had worksheet activities that you can do, construction papers, color pencils, markers, crayons, tissue box, and a wristband from the fashion show. So we put little things in there that now maybe each week we're gonna have different things. We may ask you to do different projects. We may have little surprises in those care package. So it's something nice for you to receive. So this is our way to show that we care and love all of you, and we want to still be connected with you, just like with the phone calls. We still want to be connected, and this is another way to try to be connected with you. We have not forgotten about you. We think about everybody at the WOW Center. I think about you guys every single day, and I pray for you and for your family. So we love all of you, and we miss you very much. So we want to be connected with you. So we're finding different ways to be connected with you, and this is one of the ways, like I mentioned. The next one is another question is, how can you be part of the WOW Zoom video with the staff individuals? Okay, there's several ways that you can be part of that video. And so we, on a daily basis, we have a link to the Zoom, which is posted in different ways. Okay, we posted it in the Facebook, Instagram, our daily schedule of our WOW videos. You can go there also, or you can go to zoom.com and put the code number and the password. So those are the different ways. Now you may need somebody to help you to connect all this, but this is the different ways that you can go. Again, the Facebook, and again, this is on a daily basis. We post this in different ways. So in the Facebook, Instagram, the daily schedule of the WOW videos, you can look in there too. And you can go to zoom.com, and you just have to put the code number and the password. And if you have any problems, just talk with your teacher and let the person know, look, I'm having troubles being connected. Maybe they can help you, okay? So that's important. Your teacher can help you, or any of the other staff members. The next question, can I continue to receive speech therapy and or occupational therapy at WOW? Yes, you can. And I know the therapists are meeting with a few individuals, and they do it through Zoom or FaceTime. So if you're interested to continue your therapy sessions with Marilyn or Michelle, which was the occupational therapist, and Marilyn, the speech therapist, please let your teacher know. And so that way the teacher can communicate to your therapist that you're interested in continuing your services. That's important. So we want to make sure that you continue with your therapy session, and that's important to you, and we know. Now, the phone. I don't know if you've tried to call here at the WOW Center, you're not able to connect. Hopefully, we're going to have the phone pretty soon. I believe it's going to be the week of, I'm going to check right now just to make sure. I believe it's the 13th. I think we're now, Monday's the 13th. So, we're going to have phone. You can call at the WOW Center, and if you have any questions or any concerns, the phone will be working. That will be the 13th, I believe, but that's a Monday. I'm sorry I don't have the calendar in front of me, but it will be working soon that you can call, your family members can call for any concerns or any questions that you may have. We want to, and that's important because we want to be connected with you and with your families. Now, like I mentioned, I have a special guest. And so if you wait a moment, I'm going to go get the special guest, and I'm going to be interviewing her. She's going to answer some of the questions. I hope all this was helpful for all of you. And we'll keep giving you updates and what's going on. But I wish you well. Please wait a moment, and let me get our special guest. Hello, everyone. Like I told you, I have a special guest. So let me introduce Barbara.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Hi,
Lourdes.
Hi, Barbara.
I miss you.
Miss you too, Barbara. It's not the same.
Well, thank you for inviting me to come on your little portion today.
Yes, I know they miss you so much. So I think this is a good opportunity so we can talk and have fun with the individuals and the families, whoever's watching here. Hello, everyone. So I'm going to ask her some questions. So Barbara's going to try to answer some of these questions, I hope. Okay. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. So let's start with the first one. I'm sorry. What advice can you give to the individuals during this difficult time?
Okay, well, it is difficult for everybody. I know a lot of you are having difficulties, and trust me, so are we. And we're having to adjust a lot. But what we have to remember is it will pass. We have to stay safe, learn to relax, and practice that breathing, those breathing techniques. You know, we've always done them. The stop, smile, take a deep breath, and relax. I've been using that a lot recently. Okay, enjoy being with your families. A lot of times we don't get time to spend with our families. This is a great opportunity to spend some quality time with them. Watch the WOW classes. Okay, those videos are, some of them are really good. The staff are putting a lot of effort into them. So go back and enjoy them. And our Zoom calls every day at 12:30. So see if you can watch some of those.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I said some of those things too.
Okay.
You know, and I hope that you're doing all that. Like she's saying, the breathing exercise. I mean, I've done that too at my desk, at home, when I'm outside here. Sometimes I come outside here and I do my breathing exercise. I get very anxious, I get nervous, and I start worrying about things. But that helps me a lot. And it's true what you said. And spending time with your family. I think I that's what I'm doing a lot with my family. I just took a walk the other day with my son, and I enjoyed it. We spoke for an hour talking about different things that was important to him and to me. So you can do that too, like what Barbara is saying. So I agree with your saying, and the videos. I mentioned about the videos too, that they need to look at the videos. I think that's very helpful. And Barbara, I love your videos. I know they're not easy.
No, they're not easy.
They're not easy, by the way. We're not used to doing these videos.
But we're getting used to it, and we're doing it for you guys.
Exactly. Exactly. It's all for you. Okay? So let's go to the next question. Why is it important for all the individuals to watch your video, Barbara?
My videos, it's important to watch all the videos. But I'm trying to do some fun things in there. I think we all are. There's a lot of things you learn there. We're doing things that you can help your families at home, that you can pass the time. I've been doing videos about how to take care of yourselves in this time. So things you can do to relax, things you can do to keep yourselves occupied, things like that. It's very important during these stressful times to take care of yourselves too. And we have to learn to do that as well. Especially as mothers and wives, we like to help other people, and we have to learn how to take care of ourselves. So that's something that you learn a lot from my videos. And at the end of my videos, I always have a journal prompt where I encourage you to write something. Journals are a good way to get your feelings out on paper. If you can't write something, you can draw a picture or cut pictures out of a magazine or something, just something that reminds you of what happened today. So I encourage you to watch my videos, but also everybody else's too.
And I agree. We should watch all those videos. They're all interesting videos, by the way. And when she said about journals, that's true. I do that too. I write things down, especially when I pray. I like to write things down when I'm praying at the moment, and that helps me a lot. Sometimes I go back and read what I wrote, and it's interesting some of the things I wrote. So those are good, advice to all of you, and I encourage you, you to do that. Now, the third one, can you explain why it's important for the individuals to keep a daily routine at home?
Well, that's an interesting question because the instructors, a lot of your staff, we're all working now mostly from home. We come in once in a while to pick up things or do little videos here at the WOW Center, but for the most part, we're working from home. And that was something we had to get into some sort of routine. It's easy to pretend it's the weekend every day and you can sleep in and lounge around in your pajamas and watch television all day. It's not a healthy lifestyle. That's fine once or twice a week, but don't do that every day. It's important to get a routine where you get up, you shower, you get some exercise, get refreshed, and have a plan for the day. Have something to look forward to. Do activities. And that's why we're doing the videos for you. That helps you with a routine. So if you get up in the morning, have your breakfast, around about 9 o'clock, we start with our Brain Smart Start. It's really good to have routines and know that there's going to be something going on. Somebody cares about you. Okay, so get up, get those routines going. I've also spoken to some individuals who don't start the videos right away. Mm-hmm. They help around the house. I've heard of people going out in the gardens and helping. I've heard of people cleaning the houses with their parents. Great, get into your routine. If you need to leave the videos till later, it's okay. But have some sort of routine so that you don't just sit around getting lazy. And that's when you get bored and that's when you get upset. So keep yourselves busy.
I was telling them that, one of the, talking about routine is like, pretend you're going to the wow, go up, get up and take a shower and, get dressed, if you want to, put your wow shirt and what like Barbara's saying, brush your teeth, have your breakfast. And and look at those videos. It's like you're having wow at home. Like I keep saying that. You're not here, but it's wow at home.
And that's what we're doing as well. We're all getting up, we're putting on our wow shirts.
Yeah, exactly.
And working from home. It's hard because I want to play with the dog, I want to go for a walk, but I have to stick with a routine. And then I know that at lunchtime I can go walking and take a break, but we're keeping in those routines so that we can feel a sense of safety, really. It helps to make you feel safe to have a routine.
So my next question, what did the individual like the most about your videos?
I don't know, because they haven't told me, okay?
No, I've heard a lot of things about yours.
I think they like just seeing us and knowing that we're there for them. If I were to guess, I would say probably the ones that involve snacks were probably the favorites. I'm thinking they're probably not enjoying the cleaning ones so much, but those are important, okay? You need to learn your cleaning skills. But I have a couple of interesting ones coming up, so we'll see. I hope they entertain you. I've tried to do some different things, but it's not always about the snacks. So
it's not always about the snacks.
We'll have snacks once in a while, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So tell me what you miss the most about not being a wow.
I miss all of the individuals.
Yes.
And their smiling faces.
Yes, okay? I agree.
And then come and say, Barbara, do you have a minute? I have to talk to you. I have a question. I really do miss that.
Yeah.
You guys are amazing. You have so much energy.
Yeah.
And to have to work at home all day and not get that, it's very hard. So I really enjoy those Zoom calls at lunchtime where you're all talking and we get together. And I enjoy coming in here to WOW once a week and seeing Lourdes, and Janella's in there working today. Sometimes I see a few people. But again, we have to keep our social distance to keep safe. So, and I miss all the fun and the laughter that we have when we're here at WOW.
Yeah, I have to say that because all of you make me, I don't know, you make me laugh, you make me smile. And just all the love that I get from you, I miss all that loving. It's not that I don't get love at home, but here I get a little bit extra here. So, and I miss hearing your stories, what you tell me, and of course I miss all the compliments. Lately I've been looking so tired and miserable.
Oh, you look great, Lourdes. You look great.
You would always give me a compliment. Hey, Lourdes, you look pretty. And I look at myself. Oh, I look at the video, go, oh, no, I look so tired. So I miss all the compliments, and I agree with what Barbara is saying. So, what would you like to say to all the individuals at home? This will be my final question.
To all the individuals.
Yeah. And families.
I miss you.
Yeah.
I miss you. That's the main thing. Keep watching the videos. Get your routines in. Keep safe. Look after your family members.
I agree.
And a lot of the staff, we're making phone calls to you every day. If you want to talk, that's a great opportunity to talk to people. Talk to your friends. And hopefully this will all be over soon, and we'll get back together at the WOW Center.
Yes.
So I missed you, and I wish you all well.
Yes. And I just want to mention in my video, April 13, we're going to start getting phone calls here. If you want to receive any phone calls, please, we can call you and you can call us. So we can start making phone calls from here, and you can also call in. So that's important. Any questions, any concern, please call us. I'm going to be here. You can ask for me. Social workers are starting to come on April 13th. Not every day. They have their own schedule. They have different schedules. So you're going to get some phone calls from the social workers. So, and Barbara, like I say, I wish you well. Goodbye, everybody. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Hey guys, Miss Caro here with another virtual art lesson for you. Okay, so happy Thursday. Today is our craft Thursday. We're gonna go ahead and do a spring inspired craft. Okay, before we get into our craft, again, we're gonna go into our stretching so we can get our creative juices flowing. Okay, so let's go ahead and stretch to your left. Stretch to your right. Stretch up. down, up, down, one more big one up, and down. Give yourself a big hug, squeeze, take a deep breath in, and relax. Way to go, guys. All right, so before we get started on our spring craft, I'm gonna go ahead and go over the materials that you guys should have on hand for your activity, okay? So the first thing that you should have is this printout, okay? Your family should have it in their email. If not, it should be on the resources link provided in your virtual classroom, okay? So this is gonna give us a template for the egg and the body of the bird. Okay, so we're gonna be doing a bird hatching out of an egg in a nest. That's gonna be our craft. So as you guys know, we're in spring right now. It reminds us of the birds outside chirping. So, yeah, a bird. Okay, aside from having your template, you're going to need a paper plate. Okay, just like this. You're going to need some brown paint. If you don't have brown paint, it's okay. You can use a marker, a color pencil, crayon, anything brown to color the bottom half of the plate. And we'll get to that in a minute. Just let me continue with our materials. If you are using paint, you're gonna need a cup with water, paintbrush, a pair of scissors, okay. Scissors. You're gonna need some glue. Okay, you can use whichever glue you have on hand. If you have the liquid one, you can use that, but as I always tell you guys, I prefer this one just because it's less messy. And this glue stick. You're going to need some tape. Any tape is fine, clear tape, duct tape, masking tape, whatever tape you have. This is the one that I have at home, so I'm gonna use this one. Some construction paper. Whatever colors you have on hand. Again, not necessary, but I prefer it just because I like the color paper. You can also just color directly onto your template, whichever one you prefer or you have access to, which it's fine. Okay, you're gonna need a popsicle stick. Okay, preferably this large one. If not, you can always use a skewer. You can attach 2 toothpicks, and we'll get into that later, but just so you know, you're gonna need one of these. Okay. And last but not least, if you have, by any chance at home, some googly eyes for your little birds, that would be helpful too. If not, you can just draw them on or cut them out of construction paper. Alright, so I'm gonna give you guys about 2 to 3 minutes to go ahead and gather your materials, and then we'll meet right back here. guys, welcome back. Now that you're back, we're gonna start off with our craft. Okay, so step one, we're gonna go ahead and grab our paper plate and we're gonna cut it right down the middle. So we're not gonna use the other half, we're gonna grab our scissors. Okay, we're gonna go halfway down our plate. Okay, we're gonna cut halfway. Okay, so it should look like this. Okay, once we have this, we're gonna go ahead and paint it brown. Okay, for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm gonna put it up on my canvas here just so that you guys get a visual of what it should look like. Okay, so I'm gonna mount it on here so you guys can see. Okay, once I start painting, I'm gonna grab my palette. I'm gonna put some brown paint here, just a little. Remember, a little bit goes a long way, so just a little bit. If you don't have paint, again, remember you can use a brown color pencil, crayon, marker, whatever it is that you have. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, grab my brown paint, and I'm gonna start painting my plate. Okay, so I'm gonna go in, start painting. Okay, so give me a few minutes and I'll be right back as soon as I'm done finishing painting this. Alright guys, so I am done painting the half of the paper plate. We're going to let that dry for a minute. As we let that dry, we're going to start working on the eggs and the body of our birds. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the template that we printed out. Okay, if you don't have access to a printer, go ahead and draw it on your own. You're going to do an oval shape with a zigzag line going through it. And for the bodies of the bird, you're going to do 2 ovals. Okay, since the egg is going to be white anyway, I'm going to cut that one directly from here. For the body of the birds, however, I'm going to go ahead and cut those out of construction paper. Okay, just to give the birds some color. Again, if you don't have construction paper, you can draw those and then color them in with whatever you have. If you have paint, if you have markers, if you have color pencils, whatever works for you works for me. Okay, remember, it's up to you. It's your art piece and you make it yours. Okay, so whatever way that you can, you make it as unique as you can. Okay, so here I've cut out the top and the bottom of my egg, so that when the bird hatches, it's going to move up and it's going to be in between the 2 pieces of the egg. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside for now, and I'm going to make a green bird because it reminds me of WoW. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 ovals. Okay, I'm going to do a smaller one. Again, you can cut it directly out of your paper, or you can trace it on here or color it directly on your handout and then cut it out. I'm going to go ahead and cut it directly from my paper, so I'm going to do a smaller oval and then a bigger one for the body. Okay, so I have my small oval for the head And I'm gonna do a bigger oval for the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut that out. Okay, so right now I'm just doing one bird. It's up to you how many birds you want to put inside the nest. I'm just demonstrating one for now. Then we're going to take a quick break and I'm going to add some more birds of different colors to my nest. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue. Pin it up. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the head to my bird. Okay, so I have the head and the body. Okay, so go ahead and do that and then we'll come back to add some more details to our bird. See you soon. I am back. I'm gonna go ahead and attach now the top of the egg to the top of the bird's head. Okay, so I'm gonna put some glue. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach it to the top of my bird. Not all the way down, just at the very top so you don't cover the bird's face. Okay, so go ahead and do that and then we'll be right back. Guys, we're back. I'm gonna go ahead and add my bird's face. Okay, so we're gonna use two googly eyes. If you don't have them, it's okay. You can draw them on or you can cut some construction paper out. Whatever works for you, again, works for me. I happen to have some googly eyes, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of those. These happen to be self-adhesive. That means I don't have to add glue or anything to them. They have adhesive on the box, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take them out and place them on my bird's face. Okay, so I'm gonna take one out, take another one out, and place it right there. Okay, so far what I have. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. All right, so far what we've done is grab our paper plate, we cut it in half, painted it brown, letting that dry, and while we did that, we went ahead and cut out the shapes for our bird. So a small oval at the top, bigger one at the bottom, cut out our egg, glued it on, and glued on the eyes. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take another quick break so I can cut out the beak for my bird. So I was able to cut out a small orange triangle from my construction paper, and I'm going to go ahead and place that right there between the eyes. See that? Okay, so go ahead and take a minute to do that, and then we'll come back and continue our egg. We're back. So our next step can get a little bit tricky. We're gonna make a little incision, a little cut right here into our plate to make a little slot for our popsicle stick. Okay, since the bird needs to hatch out of the egg on the nest, we're gonna have to make a little slit in the middle. Okay, so you can grab your plate carefully, a little snip. Okay, make sure that it's wide enough for your popsicle to come in and out. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and then we'll come right back. For our next step, we're gonna go ahead and grab our bird and we're gonna attach it to the top of the popsicle stick. Okay, so for this you're gonna need your tape. Okay, so whatever tape you have at home works. If you don't have tape, you can try and glue it on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, cut a piece, and attach it to our bird. Okay, so let me just see how far down I'm gonna put it. Okay, so go ahead and line it up with the top of the egg. Okay, so we're gonna put it up here. Put some tape, and I'm gonna put another one here just to secure it. Okay. All right. So go ahead and take a minute to do that, and then we'll come back and attach the bottom of our egg to our nest. Guys, so now my egg is complete. Okay, now for the reveal, we're gonna make sure our egg hatches properly. So we're gonna push that popsicle stick up, and there's your bird. Okay, so you can move him up and down for it to hatch. Okay, there's your bird, your spring bird. You guys can add as many as you like. You can just keep one, up to you. I hope you guys had fun and that you learned. Thank you for tuning in. That was it for today's lesson on our spring craft. Make sure for your Zoom meeting tomorrow to bring it so we can do a show and tell. I love seeing last week's. You guys brought in all of your Easter crafts and it made me so happy to see it. So can't wait.
Hi everybody, welcome back my friends. Let's sing hello together. The same song that we learned from the other day. Let's see if you guys remember it. Hello, it's music time. Hello, it's music time. Hello, it's music time, and we're gonna have some fun. Wave your hands, it's music time. Wave your hands, it's music time. Wave your hands, it's music time, and we're gonna have some fun. Stomp your feet, it's music time. Stomp your feet, it's music time. Stomp your feet, it's music time, and we're gonna have some fun. And clap your hands, it's music time. Clap your hands, it's music time. Clap your hands, it's music time, and we're gonna have some fun. Hello, it's music time. Sing hello, it's music time. Hello, it's music time, and we're gonna have some fun. Well, today, guys, we're going to follow up on the same lessons that we've been having this week from Mr. Carlos, from Miss Suzi, and from myself about sound waves, about how sound carries and travels and the different types of sounds and what makes them. Today, we're going to talk a little bit more about what Miss Suzi covered on the Opera House. So you guys got to take like a little virtual tour and see what the Opera House looks like on the inside and see some of the characters and the people who sing and who play the instruments. And we also talked about the orchestra the other day. So this should be really, really cool. We're going to delve further into the opera and see just where did it come from. And some of these crazy songs you hear on commercials and they stick in your head, they're really opera songs. So we're going to learn a little bit more about each opera song that you might have heard in the past. Alright, and just a few of them, not all of them, because there's so many. But we're going to have fun together, okay? Let's go. Come with me. Okay, so first off, let's learn a little bit about what is opera. Okay, you guys, some of you might remember this book. This is one of my favorite books to teach opera from. It's called The Young Person's Guide to the Opera with music from the great operas on CD. Yes, I said CD. I still use CDs sometimes. Alright, and today we will be doing that. So you'll hear a little clicking noise of my CD player. We're going to take it old school, books and CDs today. So what is the opera? Welcome to the opera. As the curtain rises, the audience is transported to another world. One of the action, passion, and spectacle. Stirring music, stunning scenery, and exciting plots all make a visit to the opera an experience to remember. Some people think opera is really boring, and I think a lot of that has to do with the language, because you see sometimes operas in French, or it might be in Italian or German, and most of us don't speak those languages, so then we get lost, we don't know what they're talking about. But there's many other things that can hold your attention. Here's a picture of the opera players. Okay. The word opera comes from the Italian opera in musica, which means works or plays in music. An opera is a play in which the characters sing their lines rather than speak them. So what you got here is a telenovela. That's the name. I'm saying it right. Or soap opera, okay? But instead of talking, they're very overly dramatically singing their lines. It is a mixture of many types of art and entertainment, combining music, drama, dance, and often elaborate costumes and scenery. To become a great opera singer, you must understand all aspects of this complicated and exciting art form. And here's some of the singers here. Look at her, check out her costume there. Okay. In opera, words and music are used together to tell a story. The words of an opera are called a libretto, an Italian word meaning little book. The music or score, the music is called a score, is made up of both singing and instrumental music. And we talked about the instrumental music the other day with all the orchestral instruments. Remember when we did name, what's that sound? What's the instrument? The task of the opera singers, conductor, and orchestra is to take the libretto and the score and transform them into a great performance. Putting on an opera is a huge and costly task. Apart from the singers, a great many people spend months working hard behind the scenes. Companies have to choose each season's operas carefully, balancing old and new, tragic and comic, to keep up the audience's entertainment. Alright, so I'm not going to bore you and keep reading. We're going to mix it up a little bit. So first I want you to listen to a very sad and tragic opera. Just a little piece of it so we can talk about it. The click of my CD. Turn it up so you guys can. This one's really interesting because it sounds like something. See if you guys can hear. Or what do you think it sounds like? Does it sound like a person singing or humming? Listen carefully. Sounds like humming, right? I'm going to pause it just for a second because I want to read a little bit about this opera. So what you're hearing is humming, and it's called the Humming Chorus. It's from Madame Butterfly. So many of you, even if you're not an opera buff, you might have heard of Madame Butterfly. I want to show you a picture. Picture's worth 1,000 words. If I can get to it. This is the picture. I'm going to read to you a little bit about what's happening in the story, and then we're going to listen again to see if you get a feel for what they're supposed to be portraying here. So the first performance was in Milan in 1904. The story of Madame Butterfly takes place in Japan around 1900. Madame Butterfly, a Japanese girl, falls in love with an American naval officer, B.F. Pinkerton. They marry, but Pinkerton leaves Japan with his ship. She gives birth to his son. Pinkerton returns to Japan with his then new American wife. Heartbroken, Madame Butterfly hands her son over to them and then commits suicide. So these are one of those sad, super dramatic stories. And in this act, in the scene that we're listening to, you can hear the chorus because she's getting ready and she's preparing for her husband to come back, or her love to come back. She hasn't seen yet her American husband. She hasn't seen in 3 years. When she believes he is about to return, she decorates her little house with beautiful flowers. Just listen, this is what's happening here. She's decorating her house with beautiful flowers, and she prepares to wait for his arrival. The magical stillness of the humming chorus, which you hear, is heard in the distance and musically paints Butterfly's long night of waiting and her tragic optimism. So that one's really sad. That's like a tearjerker right there. Let's go back a little bit and talk about how we talked about how opera began. Let's talk, or actually we talked about what is opera. Now we're going to talk about a little bit about how the opera began. The earliest operas grew out of musical dramas based on Greek or Roman myths. These were composed by a group of noblemen, poets, and musicians who lived in Florence, Italy in the 1570s and the 1580s. They were called the Florentine Camerata. One member of the Camerata, Jacopo Peri, composed the first known opera, La Daphne, in 1597. The libretto was written by poet Ottavio Renusini. I'm super southern right now. Perry himself took the part of Apollo, and the opera was a great success. Sadly, most of the music for the opera has been lost, so we do not know what it sounded like. Man. And here's a picture of that city back then. Okay. So that's just a little bit of the history. I know all of that, some people might not be interested in, but some people love to hear how things started and how things grew. So there is a serious opera, which we just heard, and there's a comic opera, which we will hear. In the late 1600s and early 1700s, Italian opera was all the rage, and many non-Italian composers wrote operas in the Italian style and language. The leading types of Italian opera were opera seria, Seria's opera, and opera buffa, which was the comic opera. Opera seria were often based on stories from ancient Greek and Roman mythology. They were known for their spectacular stage effects, such as storms, earthquakes, and for the brilliant singing required for the performers. Comic opera. The opera buffa began as a short musical sketches performed between the acts of the opera seria. So they were kind of like commercials back then. Later they became operas in their own right. Unlike opera seria, they dealt with characters from everyday life, like me and you, who found themselves in comical situations, like me a lot. Alright, so first performed in 1733, the story of Serpina tricks her master in The Maid Mistress. She tricks him into marrying her so that she becomes the mistress of the house. So that's just like one of the little examples of the commercial back then, the comic opera. Alright, so I want you guys to listen again. This time we're going to hear... I'll let you just listen. You can tell me what it sounds like. You guys hear that? You recognize that, right? I have to just pause it right there. This is the Barber of Seville. You see him there, shaving that man? Okay, I'm going to read you a little bit so you can understand what he's saying. Excuse me. So, the Barber of Seville. Most famous aria is the Figaro's Largo al Factotum. I am the busiest man in town. Figaro sings that despite being a barber by trade, he's kept busy passing messages between secret lovers. Now, if that's not drama, I don't know what is. He boasts about cleverness. The music is busy and lively, just like Figaro's life, and it sets the comic mood of the opera. So, this is from the Barber of Seville. This is just one of the songs from the Barber of Seville. In this story, the dashing Count Almaviva is in love with the beautiful Rosina, but her guardian, old Dr. Bartolo, wants to marry her himself. Ugh. Figaro, the barber, helps the Count meet Rosina. The Count disguises himself as a drunken soldier and asks for lodgings in the doctor's house. That means to stay at the doctor's house. When this fails, he returns disguised as Rosina's music teacher. When Bartolo discovers that the two lovers are planning to elope, he turns Rosina against the Count. Just in time, Figaro saves the day, and the Count and Rosina are married. So in this particular song, he's boasting and he's saying how awesome he is, how great he is, all the work he does, that he cuts hair and shaves chins, and that he's a surgeon and a romantic go-between. The scampering and flighty music suggests just how busy he is, but also that he's full of energy and fun. Let's listen just one more time so you can hear that. He's so beautiful. You can just hear it. I'm better than everybody else. I do this, I do that. I bring together the lovers.
Di qualità, di qualità. Figaro, bravo, bravissimo, bravo. Larella, larella, larella. Fortunatissimo per verità, bravo. Larella, 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 fortunatissimo per verità.
And you guys recognize this from commercials too.
Sempre di torno in giro sta miliardo cani a cercare vita più nobile nanosità. E raso i pettini, lanci dei forbici al mio comando, tutto questa. Lanci dei pettini, lanci dei forbici al mio comando, tutto questa.
We talked about this. You hear that now? The orchestra.
Poi del mestiere con la donnetta, col cavaliere, con la donnetta.
I want you guys to hear the part that's super famous. Listen a little bit more.
Di qualità, di qualità. Tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, donne ragazzi, golfetti fanciullo, con la parrucca, o presto la barba, con la sanguigna, o presto la biglietto, tutti mi chiedono, tutti mi vogliono, tutti mi vogliono, tutti mi vogliono, con la parrucca, presto la barba, presto la biglietto. Figaro, 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 Figaro.
You guys recognize that? Everybody does that when they talk about opera, right? They're all calling my name. Alright, so we'll stop there because he could just go all night long. Alright, so some of the voices for opera. There are 4 main types of singing voices. The high female voice is called a soprano. The lower female voice is called contralto. The high male voice is called a tenor, and the low male voice is called a bass. In opera, there are between voices too. Alright, and I showed you a picture of all the different singers on stage. The crowd scenes, most operas include a part for a chorus. So in that case, you heard him singing by himself. And then sometimes you'll hear the chorus come in the background, or the chorus supporting, or like the first one that we heard, which was humming It was a humming chorus. So a chorus is of many people singing together. All right, the principal sound. He's definitely a principal. The singers who perform the leading roles in an opera are called the principals. Often the heroine or the hero parts are sung by a soprano and a tenor. So they want the most famous people to have the highest voices, the most impressive voices. For example, in Puccini's La Boheme, the heroine Mimi is a soprano and the hero Rodolfo is a tenor. Of course, there are many famous exceptions like Carmen, which we will hear in just a minute. And then we talked about the pit and the audience. As the audience is enthralled by the action on stage, it's easy to forget there's a whole orchestra playing too, which we talked about all the different instruments, the percussion, the brass, the woodwinds, and the strings. The orchestra sits in the orchestra pit in front of and beneath the stage, partly hidden from the audience. The conductor is the vital link between orchestra and performers. He or she gives the singers their cues, indicating when they should start singing. The conductor, we talk about that a lot in music class, and you guys get to practice being the conductors as well. The conductor must also control the volume, ensuring that the orchestra does not overpower the singers. And there he is. So the pit is directly in front of the stage down below. Some people like to sit there to see the instruments being played. So I want to listen to another one really quickly, hopefully a little shorter than the other one. I just wanted you to hear that really famous part. We're going to listen to Ride of the Valkyries. This is another very famous one. I think it was used for a toilet paper commercial or something. So in this one, I'm going to pause it to tell you that the 9 Valkyries are warrior maidens who ride through the sky on powerful horses. I mean, this stuff is like the beginnings of Star Wars and all the stuff that we see now. They didn't have Star Wars in movies like with superheroes and stuff like that. So this was their superhero movie. The Ride of the Valkyries, the warrior maidens who ride through the sky on powerful horses. Their job is to fly into battles and collect the bodies of heroes who have been killed and take them to Valhalla, the home of the gods. In the breathtaking Ride of the Valkyries, Wagner shows them at work. The music reflects their fierce energy, their thrill at being in battle, and the thundering of the horses' hooves. Listen. Understand what I'm talking about with the emotion. It's just exciting. It sounds exciting. It feels exciting. I want to stop right there because there's so much more that I want you to hear. So we'll do it a little bit the next time. In the meantime, your homework for today is something fun for your family to do together. The Metropolitan Opera streams nightly performances of encore live performances nightly for free at 7:30 to 11:30. So that would be really fun for just to get a feel for how the opera looks like. You might or might not like it, but just open your mind to something new. So you might like something about it. You might like the costumes, or you might like the instruments, or you might like how they act without talking, and they sing all their parts. So I want you to take just 5 or 10 minutes, even if you don't tune into the whole opera. So it's the Metropolitan Opera, and it streams nightly at 7:30. So you guys tune into that, and I'm really curious to know if you liked it or not, and what you liked about it. All right, I'll see you later, and we'll continue our lesson. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. We'll see each other soon. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. We'll see each other soon. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Music time is done. Until the next time, I'm Jessica, and I wish you well. See you soon.
Hi everybody, welcome back. So I was trying to think what I was going to teach today, or what we were going to do. And I realized that in this time when we're not allowed to go outside, we have to wear face masks, have to keep our distance and things, it gets a little difficult sometimes. We have to stay away from our friends, we can't go to the WOW Center, and sometimes we feel like we're all alone. But we're all going through this together. So today, I thought we'd take a trip around the world and see what people are doing in other parts of the world during this pandemic. So I'm going to do something in a minute, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to be traveling. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to WOW Airlines. We are going to be traveling around the world today to visit different countries to see how they're coping and what things they're doing during the coronavirus. Please take your seats, fasten your safety belts, follow all the safety precautions, and I hope you have a wonderful flight. We will begin today in Florida. Okay, we will be taking off from Miami, and we will be flying across the Atlantic Ocean to the United Kingdom to visit our friends Jen and Amy. So there we go, they are in the United Kingdom over here. So enjoy the flight to the UK.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen and this is my lovely wife Amy. I'm originally from Finland, but we currently live in a gorgeous part of the UK, the United Kingdom. This is a country in Europe. We live in a small town called Ashbourne. That's our friend Sheep talking in the background, excuse him for a moment. Over here the coronavirus has caused for all schools to close, kindergartens are closed as well. We can only leave the house for very limited purposes. Amy, put that face away. So you're only meant to leave your house for things like grocery shopping or getting medication, or if you're a nurse or a doctor or someone whose job is essential and can't be done from home. We're both really lucky in that we work in offices, so we've been able to just move our offices to our house. And one thing we do to stay sane in this time is go for walks in the country where we can see gorgeous things like the sheep that you're about to see. He was with a different mum. Oh, maybe he's not the right mama. Lovely to meet you all. Bye.
Well, thank you very much, Jen and Amy. That was great. We don't see very many sheep or cows here in Miami, so that was a great distraction to see that. Really enjoyed it. Now, WOW Airlines is going to take you across the channel. We're going to head into Europe to a place called Germany. And in Germany, we're going to visit a friend called Simone. Some of you may have met her. She did stop by the WOW Center some time ago, a couple of years back. But she is currently living in Germany. So let's see what Simone's doing in Germany.
Hello guys, this is Simone. I'm from Germany and I'm currently at my parents' house, which is a bit north of Stuttgart, so it's in the southwest of Germany. I don't know, this is what it looks like. This is kind of our living room, lots of books and a garden outside. Well, the way that the situation kind of affects us here in Germany is that most of the restaurants are closed. There are specific regulations when you go grocery shopping. Sometimes there's a specific amount of number that people are allowed to be inside and they want you to wear gloves. Yeah, and all other businesses are also closed, so just the essential things basically. We hope that maybe by the time Easter comes around that might change, but we currently don't know. But we are allowed to go outside, which is also a bit different in every part of Germany, actually. My brother lives in Bavaria, and there they can only go outside by themselves. But here where I am, I'm actually allowed to meet one other person outside. So you can be two people outside, but you have to make sure that you keep a certain distance apart from each other. And then everything is kind of fine. I do live on the countryside a bit more, so I think it's a bit easier than in a big city like Miami maybe, to be outside, but I'm sure that you have opportunities as well. And the way that I do a little bit of self-care, I guess, I try to be outside, I try to exercise, I go running, or I use my bike, which is currently parked out there, or which is one of the biggest things I've been doing, is helping my mom in the garden. So all of these are pepper plants that I have repotted. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, kind of keeping myself busy. Try not to watch too much TV or be on social media. Yeah, take care, and I hope you guys are doing fine, and yeah, bye.
So a big thank you to Simone. She goes out bike riding, which is something I do here as well. I love doing that. And gardening. We've done gardening at the Wow Center a couple of times. We have the garden at the Wow Center, and we planted the vegetables not long ago. We'll have to go back and check on those. So Wow Airlines is taking off from Germany now for a hop, skip, and a jump away, just heading just south of Germany to a country called Austria. Austria's just down there. And in Austria, we are going to visit Lisa.
Hello, my name is Lisa, and I am from Austria, which lies in Europe. Let me quickly show you around how it looks like here. So it's very rural. I live on the countryside, and I am in self-isolation since 30 days. So this is a very long time since the Austrian government has decided to fully shut down everything. The schools got cancelled, universities are closed, people who can do home office, and our supermarkets and pharmacies are the only stores that are open as of today. But something super exciting happened last week, that the Austrian government decided that we have done so well, that we stayed home, we've only went grocery shopping when we had to, and we kept our distance, that from Tuesday onwards, so in a few days, after over a month of lockdown, slowly over the next 2, 3, 4 months, our stores will open. So on Tuesday, the Home Depot stores and stores that are smaller than around 800 square feet can open. A month is a long time to be at home. I'm currently here with my parents, and in order to keep myself a bit sane, to make sure that mentally and physically I stay well and healthy, I have kept a routine.
Well, thank you, Lisa. It's so great to hear some fairly good news for a change. Things are beginning to slowly open up. Just shows you, if we maintain our social distance and we follow the rules, things will get better. Lisa has shown us that there's some positive news out there. Well, now we're taking quite a long flight on Wow Airlines, clear across to the other side, and we're heading to an island out here called Taiwan. So I'm going to put the little flag on Taiwan, and we have a special guest. We'll talk about our special guest in a minute.
Hello everybody, it's EJ. Long time no see. I miss everybody so much. Today I'm going to show you how people in Taiwan protect ourselves. Let's go outside right now. And before we go outside, we have to wear a mask first. And let's go. You can see alcohol or hand sanitizer almost everywhere, so you can clean your hands all the time. Let's go outside now. We can still go outside as usual. As you can see, almost everybody wear a mask and maintain social distance. Now I'm gonna go get my mask. It's very simple and easy. You can go to pharmacy to get it, or you can just order it online and get it from any convenience stores. 谢谢。 Okay, I got my masks. Let's go home now. I'm at home right now. So everybody are able to buy 9 masks every 2 weeks. So as you can see, Taiwanese people, we wear masks whenever we go outside. We use hand sanitizer or alcohol to clean our hand all the time as well. Also maintain social distance. That's what we do in Taiwan. So remember, stay home, stay safe, maintain social distance, and I wish I can visit you guys soon. Bye bye.
So, wasn't that fun speaking to EJ? So, what you see in Taiwan, there's still a lot of precautions going on. She mentioned that she can only buy 9 masks a week. She can only go out for very important things like groceries and such, and every time she goes out she has to wear her mask, always the hand sanitizer, and a lot of hand washing, and the social distance. So EJ, thank you for that. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. So Wow Airways is going somewhere I would love to go. I've never been down here, but heading towards Australia. We're going to go to a place called Melbourne in Australia. And in Melbourne, we're going to meet Susan.
Hi, I'm Susan. I'm originally from New Zealand, but I'm now living in Melbourne, Australia. It's getting a bit cold here now, so I'm just out on my balcony with my beanie on. Here's a little look at my world. We're in the suburbs, so that's nice. So in the state of Victoria, we're not under lockdown, but we are on social isolation orders. So that means that we can leave the house for 4 reasons. So to go to work, if you're working at an essential business, for exercise, we can go for a walk as long as we stay distance from other people. For food and essentials, and for medical appointments. Other than that, we have to stay at home, and I'm lucky enough to be working at home, so that's really cool. So just to, look after myself, I try to keep busy. I do crafts and puzzles, and I look after my little balcony garden here. And I do go for walks, and I do yoga, and I just try to maintain positive and keep talking to my friends online. And so thank you for coming.
Well, thank you, Susan. It's good to see other people are gardening too, with a little greenhouse. That's great. We like to see people gardening. And Susan mentioned that it's getting a little colder in Australia. When she says cold, it's like our winter here. As you notice, Australia is south of the equator. We are north of the equator. So when we're heading into summer, they're actually heading into the winter. So although she says it's colder, it's not that cold. But anyway, thank you very much, Susan. Now, Wow Airlines is going to go all the way around the other side, and we're going to head into Canada. And in Canada, we are going to meet Nicola. I believe she's on the west coast of Canada, so we'll put her somewhere over here. There we go. So let's welcome Nicola.
Hi there, my name is Nicola Menzel, and I am from Surrey, BC, Canada. It's about an hour away from Vancouver, and we are down in the southwest corner, right by the border to America, so we're very close. And right now I am still working. I'm considered an essential services worker because I work at a local oil refinery. And so I've been working like crazy, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I don't know when that's gonna change. Pretty soon I could be in the same boat as a lot of people with losing our jobs. Currently here in Vancouver, a lot of things have changed. Businesses aren't open, restaurants are only open for pickup and takeout. A lot of businesses are only open from 8 in the morning until 8 in the afternoon, and they also have a seniors hour from, I believe, around maybe either 7 till 8 or 8 or 9 in the morning. Most businesses will have an hour for seniors to come and get what they want. As of right now, all of the schools are going to be closed until the fall. So right now, kids can expect to go back to school in about September. Homeschooling is something that everyone's trying right now. Colleges and elementary schools trying to teach kids at home with their parents' instruction, since a lot of parents aren't working. we are able to travel from province to province, but not out of the country. Right now, it seems like that might be something that's going to change because currently the situation on the east coast of Canada is a lot worse than over here on the west coast. Some of the things affecting me with this COVID situation are that I have been searching for 2 weeks and haven't been able to find toilet paper at the stores. There isn't any soup. When I get to go to the grocery store, which isn't until the evening, everything's kind of been picked through, so bread, eggs, meat, dairy, canned soup, rice, oats. Anything that you can keep on the shelf for a while is pretty much gone, so the grocery stores are a little bit barren, but I'm making do. All of our parks are currently closed. Transit is still in operation, but our public recreation like swimming and stuff like that is all barricaded off as well. Some things I've been doing to help with my mental health and staying happy right now is I've just been doing some stretching, reading some books, watching some things on Netflix, as well as I've been trying to journal every day so that in the future I can kind of look back at how I was feeling, what was going on right now, and just try and take a step back because things are going by very fast and very slow at the same time right now. One thing that's bumming me out though is that I like to spend a lot of time on the weekends going to local animal shelters and spending time and helping with the pets and stuff, but right now I'm not able to do that. So hopefully that will come back soon. I'm just stuck with my 2 cats at home, which is very lucky for me. I am at work right now, but I did take a video outside to show you that it is still beautiful outside in Vancouver. Spring has, well, more like summer has come early. We had a very rainy last few months, but now the sun has come out and tried to cheer us all up. Thanks for taking the time to listen to what's going on in Vancouver right now. I hope you all have a great day and stay healthy and happy. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Nicola. And I'm really glad you mentioned the journaling, because I know that at the end of every class I've been giving you, I'd be suggesting you write a little journal. It's good for your self-care to journal. So there you go. Other people are doing the same sort of thing. So WOW Airlines is going a little bit south to the north border between the United States and Canada, and we're going to head to a state called Montana, right up here at the north. And in Montana, we're going to meet somebody called Virginia. So welcome, Virginia.
Hi there, my name is Virginia. I live in Montana, right at the north entrance to Yellowstone National Park in a little town called Gardner. And I got some bison hanging out with me right here. And there's more up there. I don't know if you can see them. But it's been interesting out here. Yellowstone National Park is closed right now. And so our little town is kind of quiet. We usually have a lot of tourists. And so all the hotels and restaurants are closed. We're not even allowed to go inside the park, just the people that live there. There are some rangers who live in Yellowstone. They're the only ones allowed in right now. So that's been interesting. And we're not quite sure when it's going to reopen, but we're hoping sometime this summer. But we've been staying sane. You know, there's lots of places to hike and walk. There's some beautiful mountains up there that we can hike in, and back over here. So that's been fun. Reading a lot of books and just kind of trying to have fun, stay healthy, do lots of exercise. And so maybe when this all reopens, you can come visit Yellowstone and check out the bison.
Well, thank you, Virginia. It was nice to hear about what's going on in Montana. Sorry to hear that all the parks are closed. I know it's beautiful out there. And those bison, wow, we definitely don't get bison here. So that was interesting to see that. And we're now going to take WOW Airlines almost straight across, again to the north coast. And we're heading to Maine. In Maine, we're going to meet 2 people. But the first one we're going to meet is somebody else you all know. And he's actually working. So he's taken some video for us to tell us what it's like when he's working in the United States Coast Guard up in Maine. So let's welcome Andrew.
Hey everybody, this is Andrew. I am reporting from Maine. Some of you guys know me as Barbara's son. Right now we're out on the water. It's a very pretty day. As far as how everything's been affecting us up here, town-wise, everything is shut down. Businesses are closed. Everybody's being requested to stay inside, not go out. Businesses like grocery stores, things of that nature, they all have limits on how many people are actually allowed inside. So there's a few lines waiting to get in to get anything we need. Restaurants are all closed. The fast foods, you have to only go through drive-through. There's no sit-ins anywhere inside the state. As far as for the job, nothing's changed. We are essential, so we are still doing our operations. We're out here on the water, still doing our patrols, still responding to search and rescue, if that's the case. Still doing our best to keep everybody safe. As far as our actual interactions with people, social distancing, standing 6 feet apart. If we have to get within that 6 feet to do boarding or respond to any cases, that's what we got our masks for. So, that's it for up here. Good luck down there.
So while everybody at the United States Coast Guard is working very hard, occasionally people get in contact with people who've had the virus and have to quarantine. So we're now going to hear from his roommate, Bradley, who had to self-quarantine for 14 days. So welcome, Bradley.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bradley. I work with Barbara's son, Andrew, which some of you may or may not know. Andrew and I work together. We also live together. He's also one of my best friends. So yeah, so I'm going to get this video for you. So greetings from the very beautiful state of Maine, even though it's super cold today. I know the coronavirus is affecting everybody, and we're all kind of sheltering in place. I was actually on vacation a few weeks ago and had to return home early due to the coronavirus spreading everywhere. And upon my return, I was actually put in a 14-day quarantine. And so that quarantine for me was I wasn't allowed to go to work. I wasn't allowed to see any friends or do anything. And so I had to stay here at my house, which is also Andrew's house. And I was here for 14 days. And so as much as that was kind of disappointing to not be able to do anything outside of this area, I was very fortunate to have a beautiful view overlooking the water, and right behind me, past the water, is actual Canada. So it wasn't a bad time. Some of the things I did to get through it, though, besides my dog who's running back there, Peach, she was also on quarantine with me, and she loved every minute of it. Some of the things I did is I talked to a lot of family back home. My family's all in the Pacific Northwest, so Washington, Idaho. And some of the other things I did is I took that opportunity to work on a few projects that I've been kind of putting off. So I picked up the guitar, started playing the guitar again for a little while. Did some different types of art, poetry, drawing. I actually like working with clay, but unfortunately, due to the quarantine, I wasn't allowed to go out and get any clay. But it wasn't all that bad, and it was great. And I hope that you all, as you guys are sheltering in place and staying safe, I hope you guys are finding something to be able to still express yourself and connect with one another, whether that be through art, reading, or just even picking up the phone and being able to talk with somebody. So stay safe, and this will pass. And when it does pass, I hope we can all celebrate.
Well, thank you very much, Bradley. And it's time now for WOW Airlines to head back south, back home to Miami. So I hope you all enjoyed learning about what's going on around the world and meeting some special guests. I want to thank them all for joining us today. And I hope you enjoyed your time with WOW Airlines. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the WOW Center from your trip around the world. And I brought the globe just to show you that you truly went all the way around the world. We started in Florida. We went across the Atlantic over to the United Kingdom. We went into Europe to Germany and Austria. Then we went all the way over here to Taiwan. And from Taiwan, we went down to Australia, all the way back around up into Canada, Montana, Maine, and back down to Florida. So we went all the way around the world. And things to notice were, People are going through the same restrictions as us. They all have the same safety precautions where you have to wear a mask, gloves, stay a safe distance apart, stay home. Don't go out unless you have to. But you notice as well, many of them are doing things to help their self-care. They're helping to look after themselves, things to keep them busy, planting gardens, riding bicycles, writing a journal. Your journal prompt for today is, where would you like to travel to? Look all the way around the world. You can pick one of the places that we went to, or pick somewhere your family has been to, or somewhere you think you might like to go to. Write or draw a picture of where you would like to travel to.
Hi, it's me, Steph. I'm covering for Miss Melissa because like I told you yesterday, her and Mr. Luke got married and they're on their honeymoon. So I'm going ahead and covering for her for life and work skills. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of a routine. I know that during these times, I'm at home, you're at home, and it's weird and very easy to sleep in. Maybe you're waking up at 10, 11, noon, 1 p.m. It's very easy to sleep in and let the day pass you by, wake up, watch a movie, watch some cartoon. Maybe you're coloring a little bit. Maybe you're even watching 1 or 2 of the Wild Classroom videos and then just calling it a day, or going for a walk, eating dinner really late, going to sleep super late, and then again, waking up at 1 p.m. But those routines aren't healthy and they're not good for your mental health or your productivity throughout the day. So it's important that even while you're at home, you're still living your life as normal as possible, because this is not forever. So it's important that you're still waking up relatively early, getting dressed and doing your WOW virtual classrooms, eating lunch at your regular time, getting in some dancing when you would normally be dancing, and just staying to your routine so that the change is not that hard to adjust to once we get back into the regular things like going on WOW and going to all your classes and seeing your friends. So let's go ahead and talk about what it is to have a routine. My routine looks a little bit like this. I wake up around 7 a.m. like I normally would if I was working at WOW. I wake up at this time to make sure that my brain stays adjusted to waking up at this time, so that when I do have to go back to work, I'm not so tired all the time. Then I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I brush my hair. Then I get dressed. It's really important that we get out of our pajamas. Something amazing happens when we get dressed for the day, like if we were actually gonna go out. If you stay in your pajamas all day, it's really easy to stay tired, go back to bed, get unproductive, and just want to be cozy on your couch all day. And while those things are amazing and sound amazing, we want to make sure we're still living our lives the best way that we can and doing our activities. And part of what's going to motivate you to do that is just getting dressed. So let's go ahead and pick a shirt. So now that I'm dressed and ready, I have just a few more things to do before I go ahead and get started with my work day. And I know not all of you have to do this part because maybe not all of you have pets, but I do. And I have to walk my dog. I make myself some breakfast, usually something quick since I am trying to go ahead and get to work. So for today, I'm going to make myself a strawberry smoothie. Here are my frozen strawberries. Added some oats, some almond milk, can't really tell too much, but there's some brown sugar right here. Yum. Meditating is important to help you focus on what you have to do for the day and to just think of who it is you want to be and what it is you need to work on. And now I'm ready to work. So I work like if I was a regular day at WOW. I sit here from 8 all the way to 4:30, helping answering emails, helping the other teachers do video, posting on social media, and doing these videos.
Waking up, rushing to the bathroom, grabbing a snack on my way out, and hurrying to work because I was already late. That was my typical morning for as long as I can remember. But one day, I decided to adopt the millionaire morning routine, and it truly changed my life. Want to know all the details? Then let's go back to the start. You know how they say that the morning is the most important part of the day? Well, my mornings were always hectic. I had trouble organizing myself, so instead of getting the most out of these early hours, I was running to work half asleep. Needless to say, my chaotic morning messed up the rest of my day, and I went home exhausted and angry at myself. One day, my messy morning routine ruined my work presentation, and I decided enough was enough. After all, there has to be a better way to do this, right? After spending some time on the internet, I found exactly what I was looking for. Apparently, millionaires owe a huge part of their success to their morning routine, and if you follow all of its steps too, you'll be able to start your day feeling relaxed, rested, and inspired. Here's what I had to do every morning during my little experiment. First and foremost, I had to wake up earlier, or there was no way I'd complete the whole routine before going to work. Tim Cook, Richard Branson, and tons of other successful people are early birds, right? So from that moment on, my alarm was set. Next up was meditation. Doing this practice in the morning allows you to connect with yourself and kickstart your day with positive energy. After that, it's good to do an easy 2 to 3 minute workout. Nothing out of the ordinary, just a couple of crunches or push-ups to get your body going after a night's rest. Then it was time for the typical morning routine we all do. Showering, washing your face, brushing your teeth, and in my case, shaving. When that part was complete, I had to go straight to the kitchen, make myself a tasty cup of coffee, and write down my to-do list for the day, including my personal goals and work tasks. And on that note, it was time to go to work. Now that my morning routine was structured and my journal for notes was bought, it was finally time to start living like a millionaire. To tell you the truth, the first couple of days of my experiment were a total nightmare. I'm a night owl, so it was almost impossible for me to wake up exactly as I'd planned. As a result, the first few mornings of my experiment were pretty much the same. I woke up, ran to the bathroom, and rushed out of the house, grabbing coffee on the way and hoping I'd get to work on time. However, I finally pulled myself together on day 4, figured out my sleeping schedule, and started to wake up exactly as I'd intended to. Practicing meditation also didn't go as smoothly at the beginning. I've never meditated before, so all my attempts to do it right after I woke up made me so relaxed that I went straight back to sleep. After trying numerous, I found that simple breathing works best for me. Sometimes I used this time to visualize my dreams and the person I wanted to be. And it worked. Every day, I reached a new level of inner harmony and understanding of what my perfect life should be. This made it way easier to figure out the steps I need to take to make this vision a reality. Having a quick workout wasn't a problem for me. Moreover, it really helped me get in touch with my body and shake off some of the tiredness before showering. By the way, another thing I've tried is having a cold shower. Even the thought of it seems horrifying, I know. But in reality, it helps to increase your heart rate, which pushes blood through your entire body. This process not only wakes up your body completely, but also clears your mind. I highly recommend it. The next step was my favorite part of my new morning routine. Making to-do lists for the day turned out to be exceptionally fulfilling and motivating. By day 10, I'd begun to make 2 lists a day. One for my personal goals and another for work tasks and responsibilities. Moreover, after surfing the internet a bit more, I included 2 more lists in my morning routine, a to-feel list and a to-be list. This experience made me grow as a person and become a better version of myself every single day. This change alone is worth all the trouble, right? If you think that every weekend I had 2 days off, you're mistaken. I wasn't going to fall back into my old ways. Apart from repeating my brand new exciting routine, I use these days to do some brain training with the help of special apps, catch up on my reading, and brainstorm for new projects and ideas. About halfway through my experiment, I got into time management, which turned out to be another amazing discovery for me. So my morning routine slightly changed again. Instead of making to-do lists, I was organizing my day using time management methods. This made my life even easier and inspired me to reach a new level in my career. When I found ways to upgrade my career, I turned to my personal life and added one more habit to my routine. Writing morning pages. This is basically when you write at least 1 page of all your thoughts, no matter how weird they are, first thing in the morning. I did it before meditation and reread them every evening. This endless stream of consciousness opened my eyes to numerous personal problems I never realized I had. 10 days of this practice was enough for me to figure out how I can improve my mental health and achieve the inner balance and confidence I've always dreamed of. Just like my work tasks, I incorporated all these little steps into my daily time management schedule and started to work in this direction too. It's not easy, and I'm still far from my ultimate goal, but I'm moving toward it. That's already a great start, right? And just like that, 1 month of my experiment came to an end. To be honest, it was one of the greatest periods of my life, and it opened my eyes to numerous possibilities and solutions I hadn't noticed before. Of course, I didn't stop doing this morning routine. I still enjoy my early minutes of meditation, morning pages, cold shower, and time management. However, I also created some of my own rules along the way that may help you if you want to follow in my footsteps. Keep a gratitude journal. As you probably already understand, during this experiment I became a real journal freak. I don't regret it one bit, since writing down my thoughts really helps me structure my life. And the same thing goes for gratitude. Make it a habit to write down all the things you are grateful for every evening. Stay hydrated. Toward the end of my experiment, I read that having a glass of water before breakfast helps to wake up your digestive system and set it up nicely for the day. As I started to do this, I instantly noticed that it makes you feel light and helps you avoid overeating in the morning. Your body will certainly appreciate it. Make yourself a smoothie. Not that long ago, I replaced coffee with a natural smoothie as my morning drink, and it definitely had a positive effect on my body. Natural smoothies are full of the nutrients and vitamins that your body needs as it wakes up, so it's better to leave a cup of coffee or tea for later in the day. And there you go. These are my morning routine rules, but it's up to you to make yours. Just make sure that every single day, go for it. You got this. Do you know any other effective habits that I can incorporate into my morning routine? Tell me in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe. Stay on the bright side.
What did you learn from watching that video? I can't hear you, but nice. I learned a few things. I learned that taking a cold shower in the morning helps wake us up. I learned that drinking a glass of water right before eating breakfast can help us feel fuller and can also help in waking our body up. I learned that a to-do list is really important just so that you can see how you're accomplishing your goals throughout the day. And I learned the importance of gratitude. So that's also something that we focus here at WOW. And I also saw that he mentioned meditation, and he mentioned how hard it was for him at first. And that's true. Sometimes during Brain Smart Start, when we do meditation, I know it's easy to just get sleepy because it's such calming music. But during that time, it's when you should focus on all your goals that you want to meet. So even if it's just memorizing your goal of the difference between job, career, and volunteer, that's the perfect time to just meditate and really think about your goal and why it is that you want to accomplish it and how you can help yourself get there. So during this time when we're away from our friends at the WOW Center and I'm working from home and you're doing WOW Virtual Classroom, it's important to stick to the regular routine that you normally would have. I know some of you wake up really early to get on SDS just to come to school. So maybe during this time you don't have to wake up super early. Waking up at 7, 8 o'clock is still a perfectly good time to go ahead and wake up and start getting ready for your day. And you guys are so lucky because you're already ready and given all the tools you need to be successful in a routine. You have WOW Virtual Classroom, where you do Brain Smart Start with me or Mr. Luke or Mr. JC like you did today. And we already give you your breathing, your stretching, your meditation, and we already focus on gratitude and being thankful by giving you a commitment to focus on. So you also have a goal, and then you have a to-do list of all the classes that you have for that day to watch. So you're set up for success. So in order to maintain your mental health and to be ready for when we do go back to WOW, it's important to stick to a routine. Keep in mind, this routine was just more of the morning routine and we didn't really cover the whole entire day. But you should be waking up at a decent time, no more 1 p.m., getting dressed, brushing your teeth, making your bed is also important, eating a good breakfast, doing some stretching, some exercising, hopefully a little bit of meditation. If you're like me and you have a pet, walking your pet, feeding your pet, and then getting to work on WOW Virtual Classroom, being able to do that additional exercise, that additional stretching, making your brain work and learn new things. And then there's lunch, hopefully some dancing. And once you're done with all of that, you can take a walk with your group home or your family, sit down and watch a movie, have dinner at a normal time. So normally I think you guys would eat around 6 or 7. So try to do that and try to be in bed like you normally would if you were going to WOW the next day. I know it's different and new to be stuck at home, but it's important to try to stick to a routine. So what does your routine look like? Let me know. Go ahead and take the next few minutes to think about what your routine looks like, and then write down what it should look like. So if right now you're waking up at 10 a.m., maybe try to wake up at 8 a.m. And if you're staying in pajamas all day, set a goal for yourself to get dressed every morning as if you were going to WOW. I know a few of you are doing that because I see you in your WOW shirts. But if that's you, then you can encourage your friends that are still in PJs to go ahead and have a goal for this week of getting dressed. Alrighty guys, see you soon.
Good morning, guys. Suzi here. Today for our lesson, we're going to be talking about nature. So I thought we could go for a nature walk and see what kinds of birds we could spot in our local neighborhood. It is, after all, spring. And so let's see what we find along the way, what little bits of nature we can appreciate on this beautiful, sunny April day. As you can see, I have my protective mask on. I'm going to be wearing it today because that is the rule in Miami-Dade County and in so many counties here in Florida and really throughout the United States. So let's go. Come join me. Let's go on our walk. So I'm starting my nature walk today in my own neighborhood. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a shortcut through a canal that I have in my block. That area doesn't have a lot of people in it, and so I'm hoping that we can see some of the local birds and fish and maybe even turtles that I've seen as I walk to stay healthy. So walking down my block just now, and I'm noticing that I'm hearing a lot more birds than I normally hear. The reason for that is because there's less traffic, so the birds are less scared to come down off the trees. Have you noticed more birds in your backyard or your neighborhood? I bet you have. Another thing that I'm noticing when I go for my walks is that I'm seeing a lot more people out and about. So I'm seeing neighbors that I usually don't see. And while we're keeping a safe distance, it's nice to run into people and to have the opportunity to say hello from a safe distance and to connect, right? Because right now we're all in our own homes and maybe we're not connecting in the way that we're used to connecting, but there are still ways to connect, and there's especially some great opportunities now to connect with the people in our own families and in our own group homes. I've noticed that a lot of my friends are playing more board games together or watching television together in a common room instead of everybody going to their own rooms. And I'm seeing a lot of families out riding bicycles. In fact, a friend of mine went to Target the other day to try to buy a bicycle, and they were all sold out. So people are getting outdoors, keeping the safe distance, but getting some exercise in as well. You might notice on your nature walk that there does seem to be a lot of leaves on the ground. And the reason for that is because South Florida, we don't really have fall, do we? Some of our leaves fall off the trees, but our trees do stay green throughout the year. But right now, these trees are shedding their old leaves, and the new spring and summer leaves are coming in. So pretty soon everything's going to be a lot greener, and that's why there are a lot of leaves on the ground at the moment. So I live near Tamiami Executive Airport. You can hear the airplanes, but if we're very quiet for just a moment, we can hear something else. Do you hear that? Yes, that's the airplane, but it's also the wind rustling through the trees. Normally, when there's a lot of traffic and I go for a walk, I can't hear the wind rustling through the trees. So maybe that's a blessing of this virus, that we get to hear more natural sounds instead of more busy sounds. Gosh, I love the sound of leaves through trees. It's so relaxing. So, through here, through this fence back here is our community pool. And our community pool is currently closed due to the COVID-19 virus. They don't want people getting together in the pool and maybe making each other sick. So maybe your pools are closed in your communities as well for the same reason. And while that does take away something fun that maybe you could be doing, it is keeping you safe. So we have to be grateful for all those communities around us that are doing their best to keep all of us safe by putting measures like that in place. I'm wearing my face mask because, as you can see, there are people walking around in my neighborhood, and I wouldn't want to maybe have a conversation with any of them and get sick by mistake. But something that we can do, maintaining a safe social distance but still being friendly, is we can wave to our neighbors. And they'll wave back. And who knows? Maybe we'll be a better community when this whole thing is over. So down that way, there's a lady walking her dog. I don't know if you guys can see. So what I'm going to do when I pass her is I'm going to make sure that I'm maintaining that social distance. And I'm not getting closer to her than 6 feet. So let's see how we do that. Cute little puppy too. So cute. Thank you. Bye. And it's important to thank our neighbors for keeping that distance as well, isn't it? Now we're getting to my favorite part of my neighborhood walk. And that is a little alley between the houses. Actually right near Lisa's house, our social services Lisa. It's a little alleyway, and the alleyway goes straight to the canal. And the canal is one of my favorite spots in my neighborhood to walk, because that's usually where I see really cool birds. Let's hope they're out today so I could share that with you. So already I've discovered some evidence of Mother Nature springing back to life. If you look up there, that tree has some fresh, brand new mangoes. And they're starting to ripen. By the end of summer, they'll be nice and big and juicy and ripe. But right now, there's lots of other animals that enjoy them too. You see, that's been eaten by maybe a bird or a squirrel or even a raccoon. But even though it's only half eaten, now there's lots of tiny little insects on it, enjoying what's left of it. I think that's pretty cool. Now we're coming to the canal. And when we get to the canal, if it's safe, I can take off my mask if I'm not going to be running into anyone. So this is my local canal, and actually over there's a young lady enjoying the sunshine. If you look behind me, there is a very long canal, and I see some ducks. Let's go have a look at the ducks. So here are the ducks from our canal. Normally, there's a lot of people fishing or a lot of noise. Right now there's someone hammering, probably doing a home project during the virus. But it doesn't seem to be bothering these ducks. They're enjoying some time, and if you look carefully, you can see there's also like dragonflies dancing on the canal. And dragonflies and butterflies are always a sign of a healthy ecosystem. One of the things that I love to do when I'm out is look for feathers. And look at that. I've got a great feather. You see how it shimmers a little bit of green in the sunlight? I'm going to keep that feather and I'm going to take it home, and maybe we could use it on our project next week. And there's a dragonfly. Remember I told you about the dragonflies and the butterflies? Isn't that a pretty dragonfly? I love dragonflies and butterflies. I think they're very cool. And dragonflies kind of look like little airplanes to me. Very nice. Another thing that I love spotting on my outings is how funny nature is. So here, as you can see, there aren't very many flowers. There's the back gardens of people's houses, but not very many flowers. But here, surprisingly, growing in the middle of the side of the canal are these sweet little bells. Aren't they pretty? If you look carefully, there's also a palm tree just growing there out of nowhere. And one of the things that we do on nature walks is we respect nature, right? So we're not going to pluck that. We're not going to pick it. And there's a tiny yellow butterfly on that. There it is. Flitting along. I'm discovering, while we're living in this quarantine life, that it's important to notice and appreciate the little things. Like that tiny little butterfly that keeps flying around. So up ahead I spy some more birds. I don't know if any of you guys know what kind of birds those are. They look like crows, but I'm not sure. Normally that street behind them would be very busy. But today, as you can see, there's only a few cars passing to and from, and hopefully that's people getting things that they absolutely need. Or maybe they're doctors and nurses getting to work. You never know. So I thought that as I got closer, those birds would fly away. But they're still there. What do you think they're doing? So that bird is eating. Maybe it's having breakfast. Maybe lunch. But it is eating. I think it's very cool to watch birds eat. They have to work very hard for their food, don't they? They have to peck at the ground and hope that they catch a bug or a worm. Next week we're going to build a backyard bird feeder together so that we can invite birds to come to our gardens. I think it's so cool. Look, he's not afraid of me at all. I'm trying to be as sneaky as I can, but watch him eat. Oh, I see. If you look carefully, he's got pieces of grass in his mouth. So that bird is going to build a nest. You see he's plucking lots of bits of grass? That grass is not for eating. He's going to fly off way up there. And that bird is building a nest in that tree. So cool. So I thought that today on our walk, I would also be picking up some garbage. Because usually, people are not very tidy, are they? How many times have you been to a park and you've seen lots of rubbish laying all around? Well, I'm happy to say that in my neighborhood, it seems like everyone's taking pretty good care of our area. And I haven't seen a single thing of garbage that I need to pick up. So that's pretty impressive for the crossings in Kendall. Very pleased. So sadly, I think I spoke too soon. If you look behind me, right there, there is some garbage. And that's not good for the poor animals. Because they can get that wrapped around their neck or, swallow it. That's not good for the animals. So let's be mindful of our planet. When we're out in the community, let's make sure that we are, as the Boy Scouts say, leaving it better than we found it. And not contaminating the area with garbage. Rubbish belongs in the bin, not on the ground. So remember, after you use those latex gloves or those disposable masks, don't just ditch them wherever. Take them to the garbage can. That's where they belong, after all. So now that I'm back on the street next to where I live, I'm going to put my mask back on. And the reason I'm doing that is because I don't know if someone will come jogging or walking or even cycling in the opposite direction. So I'm going to put my mask back on. And guys, I know that these masks are sometimes uncomfortable. I know that they can be hot. But please, don't not wear them. This is one that my son gave me. It's a made one. And I'm going to be making some myself later for some other people in my family that don't have them. Like Miss Carolina did. She inspired me. However, even if they're uncomfortable, it's our job to wear them right now. We absolutely have to. Not just so that you can stay safe, but so that we can keep others safe around us. So I want to show you my street because normally my street is just rammed full of traffic. And right now, there's an occasional car, but there isn't like tons and tons like there normally is. Which is good because it means that people are doing what they need to be doing. They're staying home. And I hope that you're doing the same. I hope that you're not going out unnecessarily and risking yourself or others around you. I kind of definitely like it better this way. I like Miami with less traffic congestion. How about you? So now we've reached a part of my neighborhood where it's nice and peacefully quiet. And I'm going to slow down my walk because I'm hoping that my microphone here picks up the birds. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can hear lots of pretty bird songs that I haven't heard before. And if you're someone who likes nature, that's a good sign. Let me see. Let me see where I can stop so that you guys can hear it. I think once I turn this corner here, there's a happy little songbird in a tree there. Let's see if we get away from the main road and we can hear it. Can you hear the birds? I also love the sound of my crunching footsteps on grass. It's one of my favorite sounds. Listen. Love it. And there's the wind through the trees again. Oh, it's so nice. Plus, I'm also getting out. I'm getting some exercise. I'm moving. You know, your instructors, we've been filming a lot, which means a lot of time sitting down. And I'm used to in CBE being out in the community, moving around, taking you guys to lots of places. So just being at home and sitting all the time, it's a different kind of exhausting, isn't it? So quiet without all that traffic. I love it. Oh. Now, one of the things that I wanted to remind you of is that it's very important, even when you're walking in your own neighborhood, to make sure that you're looking out constantly for cars, and especially right now, people on bicycles. If you see a family on a bicycle coming towards you or behind you, it's a good thing to be polite and move out of the way. You know, their wheels need the pavement to work properly. You wouldn't want a little kid, you know, kind of getting nervous and running off into the grass and falling off their bike, would you? I certainly would not. More neighbors to wave at. Had a really nice walk today with you. And I hope that you joined me. And that you also had a nice walk. If you didn't, you can have a nice walk later. Maybe take a short video of you walking and send it to me. Or send it to whoever the teacher that is calling to check up on you is. Because we love to see and hear what you guys are up to. And here I am, back home. Well, I enjoyed that walk. And I hope that you did too. We got to see some interesting things. I even got a feather. How exciting. And we saw some birds building a nest or gathering the materials to build a nest. We saw some butterflies and dragonflies. We saw some ducks enjoying the nice, even water of the canal. And I got some exercise. So we're good for today, yeah? Okay, guys. See you in a bit. So as you can see, I'm back in my house. That was a really nice walk today. As you could tell in the video, I was a little bit out of breath because I was trying to walk fast and really make it a good exercise walk, not just, you know, a casual, slow walk. I really wanted to get some calories burned. As Adriana says, burn those calories, burn those calories. I hope you enjoyed our little walk around the neighborhood. I hope that you guys take me up on my challenge for you to have a walk around your neighborhood. And I really hope that while you're out, you take the list that I'm going to be providing with you guys and you write down some of the things that you're seeing along the way. You could maybe fold it up, put it in your pocket with a pencil or a pen.
And you could either do little drawings and doodles of what it is that you're seeing out in your neighborhood, or you can write it down if you're able to write. So please share that with me at our next Zoom meeting. I would love to be able to see what you guys saw in your neighborhood. It can be surprising what we see in our neighborhood. Today, my favorite thing that I saw was that beautiful black bird collecting little bits of grass so that it could make a nest. And the reason that was exciting for me is because that means that there will be babies coming and there will be little birds in my walk to enhance it at some point. So I'm glad you came along with me today. I really hope that you also submit a video of your walk if you're able to, or even a photo. Maybe have whoever accompanies with you on your walk take some pictures. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed your lesson. Have a great one. Bye.
Hello guys, Carlos here, technology teacher. Today I have the privilege to be with you and share with you week number 3 of special topics, which is community integration. But first, if we want to talk about community, we have to understand what is a community. I have a definition here for you, so you can read it or hear it with me. Community is a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. So examples of communities are the family, neighborhoods, workplaces, churches, and among others. Now that we know what community is, let's jump to the questions. And I have question number 1. Am I part of the community? I'll give you 1 minute to think about it, and we'll keep discussing. Am I part of my community? Well, there is different ways we can get involved with our communities. Being part of a community is a powerful experience. Communities give us home, friendship, warmth, and a sense of belonging. But how can we really be part of our local community, guys? There is many ways to do it. You can get to know your neighbors or give your time to others or just get active in different activities to maximize your own involvement within your community. I know we're not going to the WOW Center right now, but when the WOW is open, we have a special class named CBE or Community-Based Education, which is the class that takes us out in the community and give us the opportunity to get more involved within our own community by knowing new places or new people or just get a new experience, maybe in a place that we didn't know that exists. And what are your CBE teachers? Do you remember their names? Okay, let's see. We have Suzi and Stephanie, and that's CVE 2. And CVE 1, it's Teresa and Stephanie. Yes, we have 2 teachers named Stephanie. Don't forget that, guys. Okay, ready for question number 2? Let's go. Okay, question number 2. Are you happy with how much involvement do you have in your community? Once again, 1 minute to think about it. How much we are involved in our community depends on us. If we are able to go out and do, you don't need to do big things. Small things also count, like getting out the garbage or cleaning your front yard or helping some neighbors in loading their shopping. Small things also are good things. Now, can you think about other things you can do to gain more involvement in your community? Question number 3. Am I an active and contributing member of my community? Think about it. 60 seconds. You can contribute in your community in many ways, such as volunteering, internships, when you go to work, or church, or action club for those who are in it. At the end, no matter how you get involved, the important thing is to get involved, to participate, to contribute, and be an active member of your local community. So now I know we're going through a special situation. Now, if we are in a quarantine time right now and we cannot leave our houses for security, of course, maybe your question is, how can I be part of the community if I don't have any relationship with many people at this time? That's a good question. Well, maybe you do not leave your home, you don't see your neighbors, or maybe you're not going to your work. And definitely we are not attending to the wow center since it's closed. But we can still be part of the community. Doing what? Well, respecting the law. The quarantine was enforced for our security. So you, your family, and your neighbors can keep healthy. And little by little, we can get rid of this illness which is going around the world right now. So now, how can we part of the community in this moment? Well, staying at your house, respecting the quarantine, and also listen to your families and to your caregivers. Being part of the community also involves to keep the community safe. And respecting the quarantine is how we do it right now. Guys, it was amazing to be with you. I hope you enjoyed this and have a great day. Bye!